So, good day, sir. I'm John Ray Sarmiento from B-Screen 3 Alpha. So, I'm here to discuss and tackle um, the said topic. I'm going to compare the similarities and differences of Republic Act 9344 and Juvenile Juvenile Delinquency and Prevention Act from United States of America. So, let's now compare the two. Comparing the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act JJDPA of the United States and Republic Act number 9344 of the Philippines reveals several key similarities and differences. Both laws aim to address juvenile delinquency and provide more rehabilitative, rehabilitative and protective measures for children in conflict with the law. However, they have differences in their um, its specific provision. So let's go now to the similarities itself. So the first one is focus on rehabilitation over punishment. So here it says that both laws prioritize rehabilitation rather than punishment for juvenile offenders. They emphasize alternative forms of intervention like diversion programs, counseling, and rehabilitation centers. So, Republic Act 9344 provides for diversion programs which are aimed at keeping children out of detention and helping them reintegrate into society. While JJDPA also emphasizes rehabilitation and alternatives to detention, particularly for status offenders. Um, Basically, the children who commit acts that would not be crimes if committed by adults such as truancy or running away from home. Second one is protection of juvenile rights. So both laws protect the rights of children in conflict with the law, ensuring that they are treated with dignity and that their best interests are considered in legal proceedings. So in Republic Act 9344, explicitly prohibits the detention of children in adult jails and mandate that they be placed in child-appropriate rehabilitation centers, while the JGTPA also mandates the separation of juveniles from adults in detention facilities, sight and sound separation to protect them from harm. Next one is the emphasis on family and community-based solutions. Here says that both legal frameworks encourage community-based solutions and family interventions. So in Republic Act 9344, requires local governments to establish child protection units involving NGOs and community-based programs in rehabilitation efforts. JGDPA also encourage diversion from the justice system and supports community-based programs to help juvenile offenders stay out of formal detention. Next one is diversion from formal justice system. So I think this one is one of the most important because here it says that both laws advocate for diversion programs to prevent juveniles from entering the formal justice system and to offer alternative ways to address their behavior. So, in Republic Act 9344, has provisions for diversion programs such as counseling, community service, and other forms of rehabilitation. And to JJDPA, it also has a similar provisions for status offenders and provides federal funds for state to create such diversion programs. So let's go now to the differences. First one is the minimum age of criminal responsibility. So Republic Act 9344 initially set the minimum age of criminal responsibility at the age of 15 years old, though an amendment in 2019 proposed reducing it to 12 years old, though this has been a point of controversy. So, sabi nga dito, galing na sa 15 years old, tapos biglang pagpatak ng 2019 is binaba naman ito sa 12 years old. So, ayun yung medyo controversy regarding dito sa issue na to. And next, and into the JGDPA does not establish a minimum age of criminal responsibility at federal level. States there set their own stage age thresholds, which vary widely across the country, with the most states setting the age at 16, 17, or 18. Some states have lower ages for certain offenses. Number two is disting, the institutionalizations of status offenders. JJDPA specifically requires the institutionalizations of status offenders. Mga kasali dito is the youth who commit offenses that are only crimes due to their age. For example, like truancy or curfew violation, something like that. Meaning, they cannot be held in detention centers. So, in Republic 9344 does not make the same distinction regarding status offenders. It primarily addresses minors in conflict with the law who commit crimes, but it does provide that children should be diverted to rehabilitation programs rather than being placed in adult facilities. Go to number 3, the federal versus local control. JGDPA is a federal law in the US, but it provides funding to states to support compliance with its provisions. States must adapt reforms in their juvenile justice system to receive federal funding, while in Republic Act 9344, on the other hand, is a national law in the Philippines that requires local government units, the LGUs, to establish their own child protection units and implement diversion programs. While there is a national framework, its implementation is localized and compliance depends on each LGU. Number 4 is the racial disparities and minority overrepresentation. JGDPA includes provisions to address disproportionate minority contract, the DMC, in the juvenile justice system. It requires states to monitor and take action to reduce racial and ethnic disparities in juvenile detention and justice systems involvement. While Republic Act does not have a similar provision specifically addressing racial disparities. Number 5, age of detention sentencing. In Republic Act 9344 is specific about the separation of children from adults' prisons and mandates that their children should be placed in specialist juvenile detention centers or rehabilitation facilities. The JJDPA also requires separation from the adults in detention, but it allows for more flexibility in how juvenile facilities are managed and juveniles are processed though through the system depending on the state's laws. Next one is the amendments and updates. The last and the most important. In Republic Act 9344 was amended by Republic Act number 10630 in 2019 to raise the minimum age of criminal responsibility and further clarify the detention rules among other judge adjustments, while in the JJDPA has undergone several amendments, with the most significant recent update occurring in 2019, which emphasized reducing the use of detention and supporting rehabilitation efforts. So we are already done in tackling the similarities and the differences. So let's go now to the conclusion. So, in summary, to the both of Republic Act 9344 and the JJDPA, I think two of them share common goals of protecting juvenile offenders, and they also provide rehabilitation focused alternatives to detention and ensuring that minors are treated with dignity in the justice system. Um, One thing that I noticed in the JJTPA, this one has a more structured federal approach with an emphasis on reducing racial disparities and addressing status offenses, while Republic Act 9344 is more focused on protecting children in conflict with the law and providing a rehabilitation-oriented framework tailored to needs of Filipino minors. For me, both laws reflect on evolving understanding of juvenile justice and prioritize the rehabilitation and reintegration of children over punitive measures. So that's all po, sir. Thank you so much po. Have a good day po.